Hey guys, Necroxis here, and I was just actually playing Warcraft 3 because I'm starting up that Let's Play once again. And I finished the first episode of the Undead campaign, and I was taking a break, looking on Twitter, and it was just exploding because there was apparently news that was going on as I was looking at Twitter. Like, it dropped literally as I was watching Twitter. And I gotta give credit where credit is due, Blizzard. They announced that you will be able to fly in Warlords of Draenor, even in Tanaan Jungle. There are some specifications, though, so let's go through it. So, the blog post just went up from Ian Hazakostas, and he is the one that dropped the whole big bombshell about we can't fly in Draenor, we probably never will fly in future expansions. I don't know how valid that news is still, but as you're going to see as I'm speaking, I'm going to be showing the article. It begins saying, "We appreciate the spirited discussion on the topic of flying. The subject has brought out passionate viewpoints and sparked insightful conversations on our official forums and blogs, on community sites, and in chat channels. Your feedback has been a valuable part of the ongoing conversation within Blizzard as well, and today we'd like to share some updated plans for how we'll handle flight going forward. At the heart of the initial plan to restrict Draenor flying, even after players reach level 100, lies the design goal of providing the best moment-to-moment gameplay possible in the outdoor world. From navigating the lava flows of the Molten Front in patch 4.2, to breaching a Thunder King's stronghold in patch 5.2, to reaching the heights of the Gul'dan Sanctuary on Timeless Isle in patch 5.4, to discovering secrets deep within Gorgron's jungles on Draenor, World of Warcraft is full of memorable moments that are only possible when players explore the world by ground. And as we've continued to develop content over the years, we've focused more and more on providing players with these kind of experiences." Let me just say, not really to contradict what he's saying, but more I would say, I feel like the reason that it works so well, because they mentioned all the places they mentioned except for Gorgron were very contained areas. You know, the Molten Front, not very big. The Isle of Thunder, not that big. Timeless Isle, not that big. It has a bunch of crap in it, but not that big. They mentioned Gorgron. I feel like the reason flying doesn't work in those zones is because they're so small and contained, whereas when you restrict flying to the entire continent, it kind of also makes it feel small and contained, which I don't know if that's a goal you really want to reach. I get that they want to feel like there's treasures everywhere and you have to fight your way to get it and do all of this very rudimentary platforming, which really doesn't work that well in Warcraft as it stands right now. But while I appreciate that sentiment of trying to bring that contained experience to the entire continent, I just don't think it works, really. I don't think it really works the way that it works in those specific zones. So, continuing. However, we firmly believe that keeping your feet on the ground is a key part of Discovery and WoW. We also recognize that breaking free from these restrictions can be fun and rewarding as well, especially for those who've already fully experienced the game's world content. Let's see, with that in mind, we're planning some changes in the near future that will allow players to enjoy their hard-earned flying mounts in Draenor in a way that doesn't compromise the excitement of ground-based exploration. In an upcoming public test realm build, we will be introducing a new meta achievement called Draenor Pathfinder. You'll earn this achievement in 6.2 by mastering several different achievements: exploring all of Draenor's zones, collecting 100 treasures in Draenor, completing the Draenor Lore Master achievement, which is doing all of the major storylines, which I feel like most people in Draenor do it just through leveling, and finally securing Draenor achievement, which is do all of the bonus Apexis achievements. They'll probably be including the new Tanaan ones when they add that in. And finally, raising the 3 new Tanaan jungle reputations to Revered, which are Vol'jin's Headhunters, or the Alliance one, which I'm not sure what it's called, the Order of the Awakened, and the Jungle Stalkers, or whatever the Saberon one is. Let's see. Initially, this achievement will award a Rylak mount, the Soaring Sky Terror, one of the native beasts that roam Draenor's skies. Players will remain ground-bound on Draenor until a small follow-up patch in 6.2.x, when all players who have earned the Pathfinder on at least one character will be able to unlock the ability to fly in Draenor on all of their characters. Not be able to, you will unlock it. If you do all these things, it's unlocked to you. We believe this strikes the right balance between ensuring ground-based content lives up to its full potential while also providing players who have already fully experienced Draenor's Outworld extra content, the freedom to break the rules. This also provides a general blueprint going forward for content to come. Players will explore new and undiscovered lands from the ground, and then once they fully master those environments, a notion that continues to evolve with each new expansion, they can take to the skies and experience a world from a new vantage point. Thank you for your heartfelt feedback. We'll see you soon in and above Tanaan Jungle. So, credit where credit is due, Blizzard. This is something I've advocated for, a system just like this the entire time. I'm glad you're finally doing it. I feel like it kind of vindicates the idea that a lot of people, myself included, were making the claim that the majority of players do want to fly. We don't really care that much if you block it behind this kind of like content wall. Now, I could be cynical and say maybe they're blocking it too much behind it, but frankly, you know, the lore master stuff's really easy to complete. Securing Draenor, you can do basically all of that in one day. Let's see, collecting 100 treasures you can do all in one day. You can basically do everything. You can even do lore master all in one day if you play long enough. You can do the 3 major parts all in one day. Raising the reputations all to revered may sound like it takes a long time, but it's not really that long. On the PTR, the Vol'jin Headhunter's reputation and whatever the Alliance one is, I got to Honored in a single day. I'm already halfway to Revered. The Order of the Awakened, it takes a little bit of work, but you can get 1,800 reputation per day for that faction if you find like 10 of these weird fragments in Tanaan, which respawn every day. It doesn't take that long. You just have to know where they are, and I'm sure there will be an add-on. Actually, if you get Honored with Vol'jin's Headhunters or whatever the Alliance one is, you get the treasure map that shows you all the stuff. And every single treasure in Tanaan will drop one of these fragments, and you just need 10 per day, and you get 1,800 rep. That's really fast. I don't actually know how quickly the Jungle Stalkers, though, you can raise, because I think that might be the one that takes the longest. I've only found one quest with them so far, and it's a group quest that I can't find enough people to do. And maybe that unlocks more. I'll have to investigate more. But honestly, it doesn't seem like that would take that long, and I think that's a very good trade-off. You do all these things, and by doing them, you have said, hey, Blizzard, I've experienced your ground content. I understand it. I've fully experienced it. But now I want to fly. I want to do other things that I've already done before, but I want to fly. And note that it says, doing this on one character will unlock the ability to fly in Draenor on all of your 90-plus level characters. Which is how it's kind of worked. It worked just like that in Wrath of the Lich King. Once you got after a little while, once you became able to fly in Wrath, then you could get the tomb to give as an heirloom item to other characters that could fly at level 70. I think this is a perfect balance. They did well. They listened to feedback. You know, this is just like how it used to be in the other expansions. Not Kata, because you could just fly right away. But you know, I fully agree with them. I'm fine with going through the experience the first time on the ground. But after I've done that and I've done all the content, I want to fly, and I think I should be able to. So kudos to Blizzard. You know, I criticize them a lot lately, but when they do things that are right, I make videos and I give them credit for it. So, you know, just like the last video where I complained about the Archimonde, the idea of Archimonde and that whole weird lore nonsense that still doesn't make any sense. This is a good change. It's a good change. I'm glad they're doing it. And, you know, I really don't have any much more to say than that. So let me know what you think about all of this. I will link the article, even though I read the entire thing to you, in the comments below. But let me hear your thoughts on this idea of flying and how they are going to give it back to us through this way. So I'm very happy about it. I want to hear your thoughts. So thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great rest of the day. And yeah, I'll see you soon. I'm starting up the Warcraft 3 playthrough again. So look for that coming in the days to come. Also, I did kind of a longer form, impromptu, unscripted lore talk with Draenor. That's almost 3 hours long. We talk about basically all of our feelings about the lore of Warlords of Draenor thus far, patch 6.1 and 6.2. I do mention no flying in that video, so I might have to make a note on that video when I release it. But look for that coming too. So thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you then. And yeah, stay awesome. Farewell.